I won't be drunk. We could play again.
I need this stuff.
I'm about to throw up. Oh. David 3 of me if you want to put that in there.
Who 3 on you?
David?
Look. Dylan was interested. Look. The Room of Spirit and Time is an ass pull because everyone knows that between the Piccolo Daimo and the Piccolo Jr. arc in Dragon Ball, Goku trained with Kami / Mr. Popo at the Heavenly Realm / Kami's Lookout. In Japanese, it's called the Heavenly Realm, which honestly is less accurate than the English version because we get introduced to gods and all that. Look. At Kami's Lookout, Goku goes into the Spirit of Time, but it's not revealed until the Cell arc that that's what he went to. There's a couple things that Goku did in filler that are considered canon according to the anime, including finding a clone of himself, but has no emotion. No, I don't. I want to yell. I just want to yell. I really just want to yell. Will executive if I want this chair.
I need a skate.
Look, we're playing a match. Look. Stream, whoever's talking to me right now, look, I'm about to trip. I'm about to trip on my own fight stick. Skittles the only one. Look, Skittles. If you ever want to talk to me about Dragon Ball lore, you're too young, because I know you don't know. I know you don't even know. You need to watch all of Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Kai, Super, and GT to talk to me. Because you know why? Because I'm of Latin American descent. Therefore, we consider Dragon Ball GT canon by default. Even though it's not. Everyone knows it's not. I agree with Boba. Boba says that GT is better than Super. I agree because... No, I understand why. You know why? The baby arc? Godlike. Super 17? Better than all of Super. Because you got the interesting characters. You got a good backstory. You got not a good backstory, but you got a better backstory than we got with Super. But it's like, bruv, look, are you trying to argue with me? Skittles, I see you right here. I don't know what emotes you put because I'm fucking Schwacy pants. Look, check this one out. What are we talking about? I see some Sensu nugs. I need at least one Sensu nug. Thank you, Everett. I'm going to take the smallest one. I see the smallest one. Dude, this is the most deformed Sensu nug I've ever seen in my life. Look at that shit. Look at that shit. It's trash. It's trash. Woo! Stream, I'm eating this Sensu dog right now. I'm eating this Sensu dog right now. Look. I forgot what we were talking about, but I gotta go on a rant on something.
We think Bardock's cool, yes or no?
Bardock is cool according to the original TV special, Bardock, Father of Goku, but not the special of Bardock released after Z ended, because everyone knows that special goes and creates a time paradox. So the thing with Bardock's, the special, is that Bardock gets blasted. No, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Look, let me talk about it on stream. So Bardock gets blasted by Frieza, as he does in the end of the TV special, except Bardock goes back in time before Planet Vegeta, aka Planet of the Tuffles, is invaded by Saiyans. About 1,000 years. He fights Lord Chilled. Adam, you know about Lord Chilled? He fights Lord Chilled, turns Super Saiyan, and creates a time paradox where he becomes the first Super Saiyan in existence 1,000 years before the real Bardock special where he fights against Frieza. Look, it's fake news. He creates the time paradox where he is the first Super Saiyan 1,000 years before Frieza destroys Bardock the first time. Right? So Frieza is fearing the legend of the Super Saiyan, even though he created the legend of the Super Saiyan. So what Frieza had to do was just not send him back in the past, but he couldn't do that because the episode of Bardock is not canon. So we're dealing with the classic time paradox. It's so classic. Look, we're gonna talk about canon time paradoxes. We're gonna talk about future Trunks. We're talking about Cell, right? For Cell to exist, there's at least 3 timelines in Dragon Ball, but the lore is that there's supposedly 4 timelines in Dragon Ball Z with 5 cells. There's a weird theory behind it. I don't know if I can get to the 5th cell, but I can definitely get you to the 3rd cell. Look. The first time, look, I'm looking at Everett right now. The first timeline is the original timeline. Goku kills Frieza when he comes back to Earth, correct? Because future Trunks wasn't there. Goku kills the first Frieza, followed by dies by the heart attack. All the Z Fighters get nay-nayed. Trunks goes back in time, warns Goku and the others about Android 18 and 17, even though there is a clear plot hole in the manga, which has been retconned. Everyone knows. We're not going to get into that. Look. So we're going to call that the history of Trunks timeline, aka the hot timeline, non-sexual. Okay, look. In the hot timeline, future Trunks has already gone back in time. He goes back in time after Cell is defeated in our timeline to tell the Z Fighters that he defeated the androids and Cell. But how does Cell get to our timeline? Which is, we call it our timeline.
My time.
Cell gets to our timeline because there is at least a 3rd timeline, the unseen timeline, where Trunks comes back, warns us about the androids, but when he comes back to tell us that he defeated the androids, he's actually killed by Imperfect Cell. Imperfect Cell takes the time machine 4 years before Android 18 and 17 land on our time. I believe it's age 163. Do not hold me on those, right? I'm not sure about, what actual years it is. So, in order for our Cell to exist, there has to be a timeline where Trunks dies, a timeline where Trunks doesn't die, and a timeline where Goku dies of the heart virus. Goku dies of the heart virus in all 3, right? But Trunks has to come back in at least 2 of those timelines twice. It doesn't matter. Look, who cares what the score is? We're talking about, look, Skittles, because I know Skittles is interested. He said something. How did Invested not come out? LOL. I don't know what that means. I probably read that wrong.
Android 21 are crazy. What's the best female villain?
Look, all right, look, time out, look. What's your name? Taylor. Look, Taylor over here just asked me who is the best female villain. Because obviously Taylor only watched the original / remastered Funimation dub where Linda Young voices Frieza. Everyone knows that Frieza originally was voiced by a male and was voiced after a dictator in Japanese. Don't talk to me. Look, stop. Look, Taylor doesn't know his lore. Taylor does not know his lore. In the original English Funimation remastered dub, Frieza is voiced by Linda Young. That's the one everyone likes. I'm not going to disagree that that's the one everyone likes. Voiced by Linda Young, who also voices Genkai in Yu Yu Hakusho. That's why everyone likes her, because she has a great voice, right? Everyone knows she has a great voice.
Everyone likes Frieza the girl.
In Dragon Ball Kai, she was recasted because she could not speak the original dialogue as fast as the new voice actor, who is male, as he is in the original Japanese version. Frieza is voiced to sound like a dictator, aka like, Kim Jong-un, Fidel Castro, etc., etc. I personally accept all English voices of Frieza and Japanese voices because I'm not a cuck like Taylor. Taylor only accepts the remastered Funimation dub. You know why? Because he's a bitch who only can accept the Bruce Faulkner music score because he is a cuck and doesn't understand that the absence of music makes more of a dramatic appearance in Dragon Ball than the Bruce Faulkner score. We're talking about Frieza. We're not talking about Cell. We're talking about Frieza. Adams. Frieza. No, look. Everyone knows Frieza's a bitch because Frieza got the energy boost from Goku after Goku clearly defeated him in the anime, because in the manga, Goku bodies Frieza for free. In the anime, it was drawn out for filler because the anime they just needed filler.
3-1 me!
All right, look, John won. He's trying to talk about